Hello students, myself Ashwini. I welcome you in this video lecture. In this video lecture students, under the chapter Our Environment, we will discuss three important topics, that is food chain, food web and ecological pyramids. Now students, let's start with the definition of food chain. So food chain is a series of organisms in order in which organisms feeds on another organisms. So what does it mean? That it is a sequence of living organisms in which various living organisms are interlinked with each other on the behalf of their food habits. One organism is eating another organism, then that organism is eating next organism. So in this way, one chain is maintained. That chain is called food chain. Next students, there are various steps in a food chain. A food chain can have many steps in which food energy is transferred from one organism to another organism, and these steps are called trophic levels. So steps of food chain are called trophic levels, and in food chain energy is always transferred unidirectionally, means from only in one direction. What does it means? For example, in a food chain, energy start to come from sun, and then sun it transferred to producers, then from the producer it transferred to consumers. We cannot change the direction. For example, we can't change direction like that energy start to come from consumers, then to producer, then to sun. No, it always have to come from producers toward the consumer. So that's why energy is always transferred unidirectionally. Next students, let's discuss characteristics. So first characteristic is there that unidirectional flow of energy. Next, generally a food chain can have how many steps? At least 3 to 4, and steps are called trophic levels, and a food chain is always straight. And next, organism can occupy different trophic levels in a food chain. That whatever the organism in a food chain are there, they're occupying different trophic levels. Some are at producer level, some are at primary consumer level, some are at secondary consumer level. So in this way, organisms occupy different trophic levels in a food chain. In this diagram, students, the examples of food chains of various trophic levels are given. First example is of a food chain which have how many trophic levels? That is 3 trophic levels. It starts from corn, then corn is eaten by rat and rat is eaten by owl. So it is a 3-step food chain. Next example is of 4-step food chain. In 4-step food chain, it starts with carrots, then carrots are eaten by rabbit, rabbit is eaten by fox, and then lastly fox is eaten by lion. So this is a 4-step food chain. Next, last food chain is a of 5 steps, in which it starts from the grasses, that is producers, then grasshoppers, then grasshopper is eaten by frog, frog is eaten by python, and python is finally eaten by the eagle. So a food chain can have generally 3 or 4 trophic levels, but maximum how many trophic levels? That is 5 trophic levels. Now next students, let's discuss about a very important law, that is 10% law. What is this 10% law, student? Let us discuss. First of all, students, it is given by Raymond Lindman in 1942. According to this law, students, what happens? Only 10% of the energy is transferred from one trophic level to another trophic level. In a food chain, when we talk about energy, then he has said that only 10% energy will transfer from one trophic level to another trophic level. Remaining 90% energy will be used by the present trophic level in different processes. So therefore, in this way, only 3 or 4 trophic levels in a food chain can maximum have. Let's understand with the help of diagram. This is a sun, and sun has total amount of energy, that is here, that is 10 lakh joules of energy. So from the sun, students, you have to note it down. 1% law comes that only 1% energy is transferred to the food chain. So 1% of this 10 lakh joule is 10,000 joule. So now 10,000 joule energy is with producers. Now from here now 10% loss starts. 10% loss starts when energy enter in a food chain. So now energy is at the level of producers. So from here now 10% law will start. So according to 10% law, how much energy will pass to the next trophic level? That is 1000 joules. 90% energy is retained by the producer for their own activities. So in this way, to the next trophic level, that is primary consumer, only 10% is passed. Now from primary consumer again 10% will be passed. So in this way, next trophic level, how much energy is reached? That is 100 joule. And lastly, to the top trophic level, how much energy is reached? That is just 10 joule. So very less amount of energy is now less. We can't expect that now beyond this any organism can be survive because very less amount of energy left at the level of tertiary consumers. In this way, what happens? Energy is going on decreasing as we are moving from one trophic level to next trophic level, according to which law? That is 10% law. So 10% law is there that when energy move from one trophic level to next, only how much pass? That 10%, 90% is retained by the organism for its various biological activities. Next, student, now let's talk about the food web. Food web is basically a natural interconnection of food chains. In this, various food chains are interconnected with each other. So it is a natural interconnection of food chains. What are the characteristics? First, that food webs are never straight. Food webs, unlike food chain, they are never straight. Food chains are straight, but food webs are never straight. Next, student, food web provide alternative pathways of food availability. If a particular species is destroyed, then the predator can feed on an alternative species. So let's understand what is written in this point with the help of diagram. Student, there are two food chain in this diagram and that are interlinked with each other. Now, for example, this fox is there at the fourth trophic level. It is generally eating scorpion. But one day, suppose he is not getting this particular food, then what will happen? According to food chain, he will not able to get food. But in a food web, because this fox is interlinked to another food chain, so he can use this squirrel as a food chain on that particular day. So he has a option of food with him for that day. So this is a very much good advantage of food web, that it is providing alternative options of the food. If organism is not getting on particular day food of its choice, then he has some alternative in another food chain. So in this way, the food chain are interlinked with each other. Fox has interlinked one food chain with another food chain. So this is basically a network of food chain, and network of food chain is called food web. And next, student, last characteristic, that food web increase ecosystem stability. Students, when food options will be there to the organisms, then their survival rate will increase. And when survival rate will increase, then what happens? There will be more diversity in the ecosystem, and more diversity in the ecosystem, then there will be more stability of the ecosystem. So in this way, student, पहला बात, फूड चेन की तरह फूड वेब स्ट्रेट नहीं होते हैं. सेकेंड, फूड वेब जो होते हैं दे प्रोवाइड अल्टरनेटिव ऑप्शंस ऑफ फूड, खाने की और दूसरी ऑप्शंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं ताकि ऑर्गेनिज्म इकोसिस्टम में सर्वाइव कर सके. और थर्ड पॉइंट, स्टूडेंट, जब इकोसिस्टम में ऑर्गेनिज्म को बहुत सारी फूड ऑप्शंस मिलती है तो उससे इकोसिस्टम क्या हो जाता है, स्टेबल हो जाता है. सो इन दिस वे फूड वेब इज प्रोवाइडिंग lot of stability to the ecosystem. Now students, let us differentiate between food chain and food web. So first student, food chain is defined as a phenomenon of transfer of energy through series of organisms falling on successive trophic levels. So it is basically a transfer of energy from one organism to another organism. And food web is the interconnection of food chain which shows a relation between them. On the other hand, food web is the interconnection of various food chain. Next student, in a food chain, many trophic levels feed upon a single type of organisms of lower trophic level. So because there are no food options there, but in another case, in a food web, members of higher trophic levels feed upon many organisms of lower trophic levels because they have many food options. Next student, in a food chain, separate and isolated food chains increase the instability of the ecosystem because food chains are not interlinked, so they are making ecosystem unstable. Because when there will be a deficiency of food, then what will happen? The organism will not able to get food and ultimately they will start to die and ecosystem will become unstable. But in food web, because food chains are interlinked with each other, so ecosystem increasing, the presence of lot of food, so therefore it results in stability of the ecosystem. Next student, a food chain comprises only one chain, whereas food web is comprising many food chain. And lastly students, removal of one group of organisms disturbs the whole food chain. But here student, in case of food web, removal of one group of organism not at all disturb the food web. So these are some important differences among food chain and food. Next students, now let's talk about the last topic, that is ecological pyramids. So ecological pyramid student is a graphical representation of relationship between different organism in an ecosystem. And there are three types of ecological pyramids, such as pyramid of biomass, pyramid of number, and pyramid of energy. Generally students, what is pyramid? Pyramid is a structure where you see, if I draw this triangle suppose, so in this triangle we can say that it is of pyramid shape. In pyramid what happens? The bottom is broader, whereas as we go in upper direction, what will happen? It start to get squeeze. So pyramids जो होते हैं स्टूडेंट एक ट्राइंगल की तरह होते हैं, नीचे से ब्रॉड होते हैं, ऊपर से नैरो होते चले जाते हैं. So when we study the relationship between organisms graphically, then this is called ecological pyramid. And ecological pyramid तीन तरह के हो सकते हैं. Pyramid of biomass. Biomass means the mass of the organism, dry mass. Pyramid of number on the basis of number. And pyramid of energy, the graphical representation of relationship on the basis of energy. So there are three types of ecological pyramids. Pyramids of biomass on the basis of dry weight, pyramids of number on the basis of number, and pyramids of energy on the basis of energy. Next students, pyramids of energy indicates number of individuals at different trophic levels. Pyramids of biomass indicates biomass of members. Biomass means, bio means living organism, mass means weight, living organism का die weight. And pyramid of energy student indicate energy at different trophic levels. So pyramid कितनी तरह के हो सकते हैं ecological? Three types. Ecological pyramids of biomass, ecological pyramids of number, and ecological pyramids of energy. Now students, pyramid of energy are always straight or upright. इसका मतलब क्या है कि energy of pyramid हमेशा सीधे होंगे. That means from the bottom broad and from the upper part narrow. But students, अगर pyramid of number और pyramid of biomass की बात करें, they are usually upright or straight but sometimes some examples are there where they can be inverted. See in the diagram, this is the example of straight or upright pyramid where bottom is broad and top is narrow. And here in this diagram in the corner, this is an example of inverted pyramid where bottom is narrow and top is broader. So ecological pyramid of energy तो हमेशा upright होते हैं, नीचे से broad, ऊपर से top से narrow. But pyramid of number or biomass में some exceptions are there where they can be inverted. For example, here let us see now pyramid of energy. Pyramid of energy में क्या रहता है? Producers हैं, producer have 10,000 kilojoule energy, then primary consumer has 1,000, then secondary 100, and tertiary 10. So in this way, what happens? Energy is going on decreasing from one trophic level to another trophic level, and this behavior will remain same. You can't change it. Energy will never start to come back from tertiary to producer. It always goes from producer to tertiary. So that's why ecological pyramids of energy are always straight or upright. They can never be inverted. But pyramid of number में student जैसे एक example है यहाँ पर, this is a straight pyramid of number. Here producers are more, then slowly and slowly what happen? Number is going on decreasing. बट इन्वर्टेड पिरामिड में बात करें स्टूडेंट, जैसे का एग्जांपल लिया मैंने यहाँ पर, सपोज वन ट्री इज देयर, सो वन प्रोड्यूसर इज देयर एंड ऑन दैट ट्री सपोज मेनी बर्ड्स आर देयर, सो herbivores are more means organisms are increasing, and suppose on that organisms parasites are there. Suppose here in this diagram 4-5 birds are there and each bird has suppose 10 parasites. So in this way what happens? That number of parasite increases, that goes up to 50. So what happened? When we are moving from low trophic level to next trophic level, number is going on increasing. So that's why it is an example of inverted pyramid of number. So याद रखेंगे ecological pyramid of number जो होते हैं वो generally तो straight और upright ही होते हैं, but there are some examples where they can be इन्वर्टेड. और एग्जाम्पल में मैंने कौन सा एग्जाम्पल दिया? एक पेड़ है, उसमें बहुत सारे बर्ड्स हैं, उन बर्ड्स पे बहुत सारे पैरासाइट्स हैं और पैरासाइट्स पे आगे बहुत सारे हाइपर पैरासाइट्स हैं. हाइपर पैरासाइट्स क्या होते हैं? जो पैरासाइट्स के ऊपर रहते हैं. तो इस तरह से नंबर क्या हो रहा है? धीरे धीरे से कम से ज्यादा की तरफ जा रहा है. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इन्वर्टेड pyramid. Similarly, students, in case of pyramid of biomass, also generally they are upright, but some examples are there, some exceptions are there where they are inverted. So in case of upright, suppose grass is there, then grass is eaten by the herbivores. So slowly and slowly what happens? The dry weight of the organism present at one trophic level is going on decreasing as we are moving from one trophic level to next trophic level. पहले भी बात कर चुके हैं हम that biomass is the dry weight of the organism in particular area. So what happens in straight pyramid of biomass? The biomass is going on decreasing. But अगर student example लें हम एक particular aquatic ecosystem का, पानी में कोई food chain का बात करें, तो in that case if we see the pyramid of biomass, so the dry weight of the producer जितना मिलेगा उससे ज्यादा वेट किसका मिलेगा? दैट इज ऑफ नेक्स्ट ट्रॉफिक लेवल, दैट इज ऑफ फिशेस और herbivores, एंड इट विल गोइंग ऑन डिक्रीजिंग फॉर द नेक्स्ट ट्रॉफिक लेवल. सो अगर पिरामिड ऑफ बायोमास की बात करें एक्वेटिक इकोसिस्टम में, तो वहां पर क्या होता है? ड्राई वेट्स धीरे धीरे बढ़ता चला जाता है एक ट्रॉफिक लेवल से दूसरे ट्रॉफिक लेवल से. तो उस केस में हम कह सकते हैं दैट पिरामिड ऑफ बायोमास इज इन्वर्टेड. जनरली जितने भी टेरेस्ट्रियल फूड चेन रहती हैं उनमें तो पिरामिड ऑफ बायोमास स्प्रेड ही होते हैं, बट एक्वेटिक इकोसिस्टम की फूड चेन में दे मे बी इन्वर्टेड. सो व्हाट इज द कंक्लूजन? दैट ecological pyramid of energy are always straight or upright. Ecological pyramid of number and biomass generally upright, but sometimes they may be inverted. So with these students, we have completed our all the three topics. In this video lecture, we have discussed about food chain, then food web, and lastly about ecological pyramids. So with this way, we are going to end our this video lecture. Take care. Thanks.